Welcome to today's YouTube video. You're not going to want to miss this. For those of you that's been following us here at Evolved Bowhunting Outdoors this summer, we have did some testing. We've narrowed down our arrow testing and we've selected what we're going to use this year. It is a Carbon Express Maxima Red SD 250, which is a 400 spine arrow and a nocturnal lighted nock. This arrow weighs in at 434.6 grains. Our initial testing was done with field points only because we wanted to test that theory of everybody saying the smaller diameter arrows penetrate further. Well, out of our testing, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the notification button. Go ahead and check out our previous video on this to see the results and the reasons why we chose this arrow. Today, since we're only 2 weeks away from the start of our hunting season, which would be the Kentucky opener on September 4th for velvet bucks, we are going to test these broadheads. We're going completely out of our realm. For the last 10-12 years we've used Rage broadheads. It's not because they've paid us, it's not because we have not had success with them. We've had successes, failures, but here at Evolved Bowhunting we're about evolving. So we're going to go into some of these broadheads that we're going to use and try something different this year. We have the Magnus Buzzcut Stinger, D.R.T Alpha, D.R.T, Wasp Mortem, and QAD Exodus. Yes, we do have the G5 Montec on the table here, but those were the worst performing broadheads when we did some self-testing. The bow I'm using is the Mathews V3. It is set at a 27.5-inch draw, and I am shooting 70.2 pounds for my draw weight. Let's just get started on this testing. What do you think? Let's do this. Here we go. Did I mention to hit the notification button and the subscribe button, because we're going to Kentucky again for velvet bucks this year, and last year we had encounters with a bear with 2 cubs at less than 20 yards from us. Come on, you know you want to see all this. Let's go. All right, so got all the broadheads put on here. Again, we got the D.R.T Alpha, the D.R.T D.R.T, the Magnus Stinger Buzzcut, the QAD Exodus, and the Wasp Mortem. I'm gonna do 2 arrows at a time because I don't want to ruin an arrow, ruin a nock type deal thing, since we are shooting with broadheads. But after each set of arrows, I will take you down there. We will look at the penetration testing and see what we can do from there. We're only at about 10 yards. The reason for this is I just want to see what maximum penetration would be at a close range, because we all know at a further distance you're going to lose a little bit of that penetration because you're going to start losing speed. The arrows aren't going to hold their trajectory as long. And then we will finish up today with long range shooting with the broadheads to see how they fly at longer ranges with the bow. So here we go. Let's get this started right now. We will start with the Magnus Stinger broadhead. You can see that right there. I got some GoPros set up on the ballistics gel. So we'll see how that goes. See what kind of footage we get off of that. So we will get this started right now. Looks like a good hit. Next we'll go with the D.R.T Alpha. Should be this one right here. You can see that. And after I shoot this one, we will pull those arrows. Well, we'll take a look at where they penetrated to. I got the gel block marked in 1/2 inch increments. It's 16 inches long. I put the target up behind it just in case, but I don't think anything should penetrate all the way through it. All right, let's go take a look. Not even going to shut the camera off. All right, so you can see there. So the Magnus Stinger Buzzcut definitely penetrated further on this one. And we are right at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and a half inches on the Magnus Stinger Buzzcut. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and a half on the D.R.T Alpha. Let's take you back for the next two. Alright, so the next two, let's do the QAD Exodus, which is this one here, and the Wasp Mortem. So we'll do the QAD Exodus first. Gotta get closer. Didn't set my camera back far enough, so if I cut off some of the frame, sorry about that. All right, and we will do the Wasp Mortem. And I'm trying not to hit areas that I've already hit with the other Broadheads. Those look good. Won't even shut the camera off again. Take you up here and let you look at this. We're gonna have to shoot that one again, because I don't think that'd be fair. Hit right on the edge of the block there. Alright, so that was my mistake. So that would be the QAD Exodus. We're gonna have to shoot that one again. But let's look at the Wasp Mortem here. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm gonna say probably 13 and a half, in between 13 and a half and 13 for that one. So we'll go ahead and shoot the QAD Exodus again, since that was my mistake on that. Let's go ahead and pull that bad boy out. I have to be careful I don't pull it into myself here. Yep, cut the edge of the block. So we gotta shoot that one again. Here is the Wasp Mortem. What did I say that was? 13 and a half. And there's the QAD Exodus. So we'll shoot that again with the D.R.T. Yeah, my mistake. Hey, it happens. It's archery, right? Camera set back up here. All right, there we go. It might be a little high, so we'll go right there. So we'll shoot the Wasp, or the QAD Exodus first, because that's the one I nicked the edge of the block, so obviously it's going to penetrate, because it didn't have so much to go through there. So let's try this again here. There we go. And now we'll do the D.R.T. or Dirt Nap D.R.T. I'm assuming that stands for dead right there. All right, so we're all loaded up. There we go. So let's see where we're at here. There we are. Okay. Hold these legs up here a little bit, get you a better view of those. And my top camera fell down and I didn't even notice it. That's all right, we still got the other one. So we are with the QAD Exodus. Let's look at that one first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, be about 13, between 13 and 13 and a half on the QAD Exodus. And we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 on the D.R.T. or Dirt Nap D.R.T. All right, so on average, let me get this stuff set up here. While I'm pulling these out, on average, let's think about this. So we're anywhere from, what do we have? What was the lowest one? Like 12 and a half. On average, we're looking at 12 to, we'll just call it 12 and 14 inches. Okay, so we're going to take that, the Buzzcut, and then we're going to take the D.R.T. or no, I'm sorry, the Dirt Nap Alpha, and probably the QAD Exodus was the next one, or was it the Mortem? I can't remember. Let's just do them all, right? Let's do this. We'll do them all and see how they fly. It doesn't matter, right? How far they penetrated. We all know they were between 12 and 14 inches. My bow's moving at about 280 feet per second. We'll test that as soon as I get home at 70.2 pounds. So let's just test them all at distance, right? Right? We want to see how they all fly. So let's do this. All right, so give me a second. We'll get everything set back up out here on the driveway, and we'll be back here in just a second. All right, we're back at 40 yards, and we will start with the Magnus Stinger Buzzcut, 40 yards. Here we go. You guys want a different camera angle? I got two little GoPros down there, but maybe I should move this here, maybe? Let's see here. Let's see what we can come up with. So you can see the target in the background and me shooting type deal stuff, right? Right, I guess this will work. Because there are a lot of haters out there that maybe want to see all this. So Magnus Stinger Buzzcut, here, there we go. All right, 40 yards. See how she flies, right? I don't know where she hit. We'll figure it out once I shoot all the arrows. All right, let's go with the Dirt Nap Alpha. This is at 40 yards, don't forget, because this is like, you know, I shoot really good out to 50, but 40 is like pretty much my cutoff unless it's a super calm, zero wind day and there's no, the deer's not on alert, stuff like that. Those are all things to consider. Matter of fact, that goes into another subject. Let's just hit on this real quick. All these people out there right now that are promoting these arrows that are 500, 600, 700 grain arrows, and you're only shooting like 240, 250 feet per second. Those are giving people false confidence, especially when it comes to whitetail hunting. If you go out and you practice and you practice and you practice and you take ethical shots, not these quartering hard to you where you got to blow through a shoulder to even have a prayer at hitting the vitals and stuff like that. You don't need all of that for a whitetail deer. Okay, you don't. I don't understand it. It's giving people false positives. If you take your time, learn your equipment, mess with it, tailor it to your needs for a whitetail hunting application, and you make good ethical shots, 99% of the time, you're going to be absolutely fine with your setup. You don't need all this stuff to blow through bone. You're not blowing through bone. The only reason you're blowing through bone and having to blow through bone on a deer is because either you're shooting at a deer that is alert, you're taking an unethical shot to begin with, or on the other end of the spectrum, you're just pulling back, praying that it hits somewhere close where it'll kill the deer, and that's wrong. So let's get going. What I have on here, QAD Exodus, right? Sorry, my little soapbox right there. That one wasn't bad either. That one wasn't bad. That wasn't bad at all. All right, let's walk down here. Just so I can prove it's 40 yards, would you like me to count my steps? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 46, 47. I'm only 5'9". Give me a break, will ya? All right, let's take a look here. So I will explain my aiming points for each arrow. This arrow here was here, so a little bit right, that could have been me. This arrow here was here, a little bit low and right, that could have been me. This arrow here was here, a little low and left, that could have been me. This arrow here was here, I don't believe that was me at all. This arrow here was actually here, so that one flew really funky. So now let's pull them out. So again, this one was aiming here. Let's see what we got here. Which one is that? That is the QAD Exodus. Okay, let me flip this around here so I can make sure you're getting that in view. QAD Exodus. This arrow here was right here. This looks like the mortem just from the way, yeah, it is. So that one flew pretty good. This one here was here. I better watch my fingers, forget there's broadheads in there, right? Oh boy. That is the Alpha, which I really like the way those fly. This one here, I'm pretty sure is the Magnus Stinger Buzzcut. So those two I really like. This one here should be the D.R.T. So, whoa, still zoomed in a little bit there. All right, so here's my thoughts. I'm probably gonna get a little bit of flack from the YouTube community on my soapbox about setting up your bow to blow through bone on a whitetail deer. If you're aiming for the shoulder, you're wrong. If you don't have enough patience to wait for that shoulder to come forward, when the deer takes that step, stop the deer or just wait for it, you're wrong. Okay? If you're not practicing with your equipment and getting it set up either professionally by a bow shop that's going to help you decide what kind of arrow you need, what spine, what draw weight, what draw length, all this stuff, then you're wrong. If you know how to do it yourself, great. That's what I do, okay? And as you can see, this testing is for my benefit, okay? I understand this setup is not for everybody, okay? We get that. It's not for everybody. This is what works for me. This is what I'm comfortable shooting. This is how I'm comfortable shooting. This equates with my anchor points. All of that stuff comes into play. My draw weight, my draw length, my arrow spine, my broadhead weight, which I forgot to mention, all of these are 100 grains, period. The Alpha and the D.R.T, they come with a little attachment on there that you can make them 125, which is really nice, so you can experiment with the same broadhead, 100 grains or 125 grains. Maybe that's next week. All right, so back on this here real quick. So after my little testing here, I would say that it is for me between the Magnus Stinger and the D.R.T Alpha. Those are the two that I'm leaning to. Now, all I have to do is start messing with these. Get them tuned to the arrows a little bit perfect, make sure they're hitting right where they need to be, this, that, and the other. And that's what we're gonna hunt with this year. I'm gonna get this set up. Let's get going. All right, so if you've made it this far in the video, thank you for your support. Please leave us a comment, a like in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification button. You guys have seen we're down to 2 broadheads that we're going to be working with over the next week, and we will be back next week to show you which ones we've selected. Once I work with these with my arrows, figure out which ones tune the best, which ones hit the best, and which ones fly the straightest. Because that's what we want. Accuracy. In this game, everything counts. All the way from the tip of the arrow, all the way back to your release finger. Accuracy is what counts. Change one thing and you're changing everything. So we appreciate the support. Stay with us. Like I said, here in about 2 weeks, we'll be leaving for Kentucky on September 2nd. It opens on September 4th this year. I have some pretty high confidence in the bucks that we're seeing down there. So stay with us. Evolve Bow Hunting Outdoors. Stay safe, everyone.